and welcome back to Pixel Perfect Marathon number 2. It is my pleasure to be here introducing NickRPGreen. Actually, when I say my pleasure to be introducing NickRPGreen, it looks like we've got a little bit of a tech issue, so hold on just 1 second, folks. We're going to get that fixed. But like I said just earlier, we have a bonus run for you all. Nick is here running Mini Ghost Any %. Just a quick, short little run in the same theming. And we are excited to get going. So as soon as we get that cleared up, we'll get right started. But Nick, if you feel comfortable while we're getting that sorted, how are you doing today?
I'm good. The marathon's going really well. We're all really pleased. We're ahead of schedule by quite a bit. Hence me jumping in with this bonus run. And yeah, we're really good. I think we might be good to go.
We are. So when you're ready, Nick. We just slotted this in, but wait. Let me know when to start and finish the timer. And good luck.
Cool. So this is Mini Ghost. Many people who know me or have watched me do speedruns before know I run a game called Unmetal, which is by a developer called NickRPGreen. This is the game NickRPGreen made before he made Unmetal. It is a prequel to his other game that he made before that, Ghost 1.0. It's a fun little Metroidvania platforming style, so it fits in nicely with that little platform block. So there's a little bit of an opening sort of some text to say what's happening, but we're going to get straight into it. So the time starts when I press space. I'm on a controller. In 3, 2, 1, go. Alrighty. So as you can see, very MSX inspired game here. Fran has a habit of making games for the MSX2 computer, a computer that is older than I am. And then once he's finished making them for the MSX, he ports them to PC. So Unmetal, for example, started in exactly the same way. Unmetal was originally an MSX2 game called Prisoner of War, and once he'd finished Prisoner of War, it then he wanted to then port it and build it up into Unmetal. So this one is very, very, very MSX inspired. There's a lot of RNG that goes into this run, and already I'm feeling the pain of it. I'm actually going to go a little bit out of my way than I normally would do to grab those cubes there. Cubes are currency. As you can see in the top right corner, it says I got 10 out of 40 cubes. There's a number of upgrades I'm going to have to buy throughout the run, and it's very important I have the correct number of cubes for them. The first one is 10, and I was kind of hoping I'd been a lot closer to 10 by that point, and I really wasn't. So I'm going to play it safe and grab the extra cubes. Certainly for the first 2 upgrades, trying to find cubes is very important. They randomly drop from crates. They randomly drop from enemies. Whenever you see a crate where it looks like there's 4 cubes inside it, there's actually 5, and they're not random. Those are always going to have it. But the main idea of the game here is we've been contracted to destroy a computer that's gone haywire, because our boss deliberately infected it with a virus so that he could then send someone in to fix it and get paid. Things might not go quite to plan, but that's the basic idea. In here, we're going for our next upgrade. This one we don't have to buy. It's just in the world. It's called the Piggy Bank. It's a very, very important upgrade. So important, in fact, that we are skipping grabbing night vision goggles and just making our way through the dark to get it. Piggy Bank means that every time I level up, you'll see I've got an XP bar in the top right, in the top of the screen. Every time I level up, I will get 20 cubes, and that is actually going to be the main source of income during the run. So we're on our way to our next paid-for upgrade, which is 60 cubes, hence why it's very important that I have as many cubes as I can get my hands on. This is a protection upgrade. It's going to mean I'll have more health. You can see that my health bar at the top is there's lots of red X's. Those are unlocked as we buy more protection upgrades. I'm only going to be buying the 1 though. So I'm going to kill a bunch more enemies and slowly make our way over. It's also going to take us into... Oh, I want these cubes. Give me the cubes. Precious cubes. Right, so I'm now guaranteed to have enough cubes because there's two more boxes that definitely have 5 in. So we're going into zone 1. That was a door going into zone 1. The basic idea of the game is pretty simple. We have to destroy the final computer. In order to destroy the final computer, we need key card 4. In order to get key card 4, we need key card 3. In order to get key card 3, we need key card 2. And you can see where this is going. So it's basically go fight a boss, get key card, and then go to next zone, fight boss, get key card, until eventually we fight the final boss. Essentially is how this is going to play out. Oh, took a bit of damage there. Now, one other thing that's random is these enemies, and a lot of the enemies in the game, will drop bonus weapons. So I just actually used that one against him. I'm trying to grab 3 rockets here. Just watch out for that thing. Alright, let's kill this one. Excellent. Good RNG. I still want one more. Come on. Yeah. Excellent. So yeah, RNG on like bonus weapons, RNG on cubes. RNG a little bit on enemy placement later on in the game. That's the mine detector. And we're now going to fight our first boss. It's probably the second most difficult boss in the game, but it's still not that bad. So immediately I fired all 3 of my rockets that I collected. That's why I wanted to make sure I had 3 rockets, and now the boss is dead. So the boss is dead, and surprise, surprise, he drops us access card 2. Rather than go back, I'm going to go through... we've picked up... One of the first items we picked up was the callback button, which allows us to teleport back to the very start. We're going to be using that a lot. This is one of the only 2 areas of the game where we can heal. So as we're here, we will heal up. Every time we level up, I'll also get 1 bit of healing back, but that's not a lot. So we could do a little bit more than that. The next item I'm going to go to, we're going to start heading towards Zone 2. And the next item I'm going to get is called multitasking. You may have noticed that throughout a lot of this so far, every time I've come up against an enemy or a box, I've jumped. Ghost can't fire and run at the same time. She can jump and fire at the same time, but she can't run and fire at the same time. That's going to change when I pick up multitasking. I'm going to be able to run and gun, which is very helpful. One other thing that I haven't noted yet is that I do allow turbo on this. The only button I have turboed is the fire button. You can see how quickly it's firing. Turbo is set to one hit every 9 milliseconds. And if you can imagine what doing that would be like without turbo, just as a human finger, constantly, mashing the fire button. After doing quite a few runs of this in a row, you are going to cause yourself some damage. So that is why we allow turbo in this game. So we go. I picked up multitasking. I can now run and gun, which is really nice. Really sweet. So, make my way through a little bit more of this. We now get these nice little bees. Don't really want to take damage from them. Get out of my way, bees. Go away, bees. Grab those. I'm actually massively ahead on cubes. The next upgrade is behind that shop door. I only need 40, and I'm going to have... I've got 46, so that's pretty good. I usually need to get those ones from there in order to grab it. So we are massively ahead on cubes, which is good. We still have 1 more upgrade to get before the run is done. Oh, that was nice. Shot that one. So, just making our way over to zone number 2, our second boss, and this is where we're going to pick up card key number 3. We now come to the most important weapon upgrade, which is the laser. So the laser that I'm being fired with, those turrets are shooting, that is the upgrade that I'm getting here. We can only ever have 3 at one time, so I've got to make sure that I try and find 3. For the next boss, I only need 2, but if I can have 3, then they can carry over to the final boss as well. That's 2, so that's good. And I'm just going to deliberately take damage from that because it's a bit quicker. Oh, didn't quite be. Oh, nice. That's 3. That's good RNG right there. Thanks, RNG. Okay, so this is the next boss. Watch very quickly because it is not going to be around for long. And the boss is dead.
Oh, you weren't kidding.
That is why the laser is the most important weapon upgrade. It makes absolutely trivial work of the next two bosses. So, we're going to head straight off the boss 3. I'm not going to go in heal, because the journey to boss 3 is relatively safe. We do have to go back into the dark room. I'm going to take a slightly different route through the dark room this time. Now I'm going to go up here.
Can I ask a question about the dark room? Do you have the pathing memorized for this?
Yes, it's not random in here, and it's not that difficult. It takes there we go. It takes a little bit of getting used to, but once you've done it a couple of times, oh, that wasn't very nice. Now I actually want to kill all of the enemies in here if I can. The game does have a a quick save function, which I'm going to use now. There we go, because this room can be a little bit nasty, but that's fine. I got through that okay. Saving and loading doesn't. You'll notice there is an in-game timer in the top right. That is the timer that we go by, and saving and loading doesn't affect that timer. It will continue to run. The only thing is if you die, and you then we're going into zone 3. If you die and you go to the game over screen and you load from the game over screen, the timer stops. So it's very important that if I die, the moment I die, I have to load before we go to the game over screen. So we'll be doing, particularly as we approach the final boss, partly for RNG sake as well. I will be doing quite a bit of saving, because all of the weapons, as I said, they're all RNG. So if I go into a room with 1 or 2 lasers, in fact, I'm going to do it in the next room. And I don't get any laser drops, I'm going to want to load to give it another try. So here, this is the first example of that. I'm going to save it here. So there's 2 lasers in this room. So if this first laser doesn't give me a laser, it didn't. I'm just going to load and try again, because it is faster to make sure I've got the lasers than it is. There we go. That'll do. He didn't drop me one, but that's okay. I still got one more chance to get one from that one, and I do only need 2 for this next boss. It's just nice to have 3, because then again I've already got one ready, and I didn't get it. I've already got one ready for the final boss, but it's not going to happen. So next boss is coming up in just a minute after we get through this little labyrinth. I'm going to quickly grab these cubes, let him heal me up just in case. So this is boss number 3. And that's boss number 3 dead. Again, lasers. They are the best thing in the game.
I can see if you had to jump around on those platforms, completely different fight.
Alright, we're going to go. We've got one more upgrade. We've got one more necessary upgrade that I'm going to go and get, which is called Atomic Power. The final boss has got a laser shield in front of it, and we need this upgrade to penetrate that laser shield. So this one kind of threw a lot of casual players, because it's actually in a secret area. And it's the only mandatory secret in the game. Taking quite a bit of damage, but it should be okay. Which is just down here. We haven't been down here yet, so we're going to go down here. I've got enough cubes. The final upgrade that we need to buy is 100 cubes, so we're well ahead on cubes. So we're going to go into this little secret area. Don't need cubes. Stop going for cubes. I'm going to save it here, because there's a little mini boss here, but we're going to completely ignore him by just jumping over him like that and grabbing the upgrade, and then moving on. That was the fastest I've ever grabbed that upgrade. I usually have to reload that save several times, so I'm quite pleased with that. So heal up. That's the last time we are going to return to the start. From here on out, we are on until we get to the end. So we're going to one last traversal through the dark rooms. Exactly the same as before. We're still going in the same direction. Wait for that. So I want to try and kill every enemy if I can. Just being wary that I don't want to take damage. Right now, Can I get him? Come down. Please come down. No, don't just...
all the enemies in this particular room for
Oh,
drops or just...
That's a good point. I haven't actually explained that. You can only save the game if there are no enemies on screen. He's not going to come down. I'm going to have to risk it. The main problem is if this next room goes wrong, I've got to redo the whole of the dark room. I'm okay. Well, actually, I'm not okay yet. I've got to get through this room as well.
You can do this.
Yeah, I'm good. It was fine. Again, RNG with like where the enemies are placed. Sometimes those rooms can be horrible, and there's nothing you can do about them. But this time we're going to move up to in this direction, and we're going to get one more pickup upgrade. This is Leaf. Leaf now means whenever I level up, I'm going to heal 2 lots of health instead of 1. So a really nice sort of final buffer before the final boss. So it does mean I'm going to be trying to kill stuff if I take damage. Right now I'm at full health. I'm actually very close to the next level up. It's called XP, and I call it leveling up, but you don't gain anything. You don't get extra health or anything for leveling up. It is just every time you level up, you get some current health back, and you get some cubes. There's no actual leveling system in the game. Oh, so I took damage there. So yeah, damage mitigation and making sure I've got 3 lasers is now my priority before the end of the run. Which we are not far off of, hopefully within the next 5 minutes. Ow. Never liked that room. Just gonna kill that so that I can save it. There we go. Wait for that dinosaur. Kill that dinosaur. Sorry, dinosaur. I like dinosaurs, really. Alright, and into our 4th and final zone. So, in here, there's going to be a lot of... Oh, those things are nasty because they're very random. There's going to be a lot of saving and loading, because as I said, I want to make sure that I've got 3 lasers. Whoops. I'm going to load that, because that was a lot of damage I just took.
Lasers are nasty.
Lasers are nasty. Not just against the bosses. I'm going to load that because I haven't been given a laser, and I really, really could do with 3 lasers. Come on, give me a laser, please. Yay, laser. So now I can save it again. Hopefully I can get a laser from this one. I'm gonna load that one because it's not that long. Oh, come on, please give me a laser. I'm not doing this without 3 lasers. It will go horribly. Oh, it is. RNG has been really good to me this run, but now I'm paying for it. There we go. Thank you. Actually, what I really should do is save it again, because the next... Just got to wait for that bullet to go off screen. Right, because this room is the easiest room to reset if I don't get a laser, because it's right there. Oh, come on! Yay! There he is. Ah! And then I fell off.
Oh no.
Yay, there we go. And the room's pretty safe now. So I'm just gonna wait for that thing to... There we go, so I can save. Right, we're good now. I just need to get to the final boss. I've got 3 lasers. I've actually only taken 1 tick of damage, which is really nice as well. I've gone into this final boss so many times with very differing amounts of health. And
this is not the kind of game that gives you the heal bots right before the boss.
No, the room I was just in, there is a shop there, and I can't remember how much it is. It's really expensive, but it is a teleport to this area. so that you can just teleport back here without having to go through everything again. Right, one last save, and here is the final boss, the computer. This throws so much at you, so I have to make sure I'm on the right step to destroy the boxes and not get hit. Then every so often you've got the little turrets at the top.
Are you sure this isn't a bullet hell?
This is the other reason why we allow turbo. Can you if you can imagine trying to do this quickly? Ouch, took some damage, but I'm okay. And then if you don't shoot the computer for long enough, it then starts throwing rockets out at you. If you get hit by the boxes, your shots get timed out. You can't shoot for a second. As I say, and there's still one more enemy it's going to throw out at me, yeah. Now I'm going to start using my lasers. And time. Sorry, I should have said time was coming up when the boss was defeated.
I was slack-jawed watching that boss. I was a little delayed. Your time is actually probably closer to 1912. Like,
according to IGT, there is 19:10:81, which is 4 seconds behind PB for me. So I'll take that. That's good for. That is Mini Ghost's marathon debut. Has never been shown at a marathon before. I'm going to be running it again at Indie-thon next weekend. But yeah, it was good to be able to put this in and just bring the schedule back into line a little bit more. So yeah. A huge thank you to Zekobun for hosting. It's been great that we've got volunteer hosts in for this marathon. I'll be back on hosting later this evening. I will be in a race tomorrow as well. So you ain't seen the last of me yet, but I'll let you see us out.
But folks, still keep an eye out for Nick. Thank you so much for letting us see Mini Ghost marathon debut. Oh, I'm excited to see it at Indie-thon now. And chat. I gotta let you know, we still have amazing runs coming up for the rest of the day. Coming up, we've got a Sonic the Hedgehog 2006 relay. You know what? Just forget I said the 2006. I know the association with that number. But as always, get in a quick stretch, drinks, snacks. We want you nice and comfy for that amazing run. And we'll be right back. Oh, and just before I forget, this is my last turn on the hostess for this event. Thank you all so much for having me, but I will be leaving you in the fantastic hands of Happy Bear. So when she comes on, just give her a big old cheer for me, will you? Thanks.